Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At the precipice house, Steffy tries to take in what Finn has just told her about his lips and Hope's meeting. Finn can't begin to tell her how sorry he is. Seeing her like this is killing him, but he'd to tell her. Steffy accuses him of letting Hope kiss him. How numerous times did I tell you to stay down from Hope? Finn nods, a lot. Steffy rails that he didn't hear to her, and now Hope kissed you. In the design office, Brooke is scandalized by Hope's concession that she kissed Finn and exclaims, "Why would you do such a thing?" Hope says commodity just came over her. Brooke needs to know exactly what happened. Hope tells her mama she's freaking out because she's no way been this out of control. Brooke asks what she was allowing and feeling right before she kissed Finn. Hope isn't sure she was only allowing about Finn. The kiss did feel right until I opened my eyes and saw Finn's expression. She felt so embarrassed. It's just so reckless. I don't understand why I'm doing it. Brooke thinks she's getting fully fixated on Steffy's hubby. In the main office, Ridge is surprised to look up and see Taylor in the doorway. They embrace and he says it's been too long. She tells him the delay is over, I'm back. Ridge tells Taylor she's looking awful as always. This was the last thing he anticipated moment. She hopes he's not too disappointed. Ridge smiles, seeing you? No way. They sit and Taylor shows Ridge prints of Douglas in Paris as she tells him how happy he and Thomas are over there. Talk turns to the engagement and Ridge learns that she set up out before him. Taylor explains she wanted to come home because Steffy's had a rough many months. Ridge says she deals with it and he's proud of her. Taylor says she hasn't gotten to see the kiddies yet. Ridge thinks she must miss them. Taylor replies that she does, and I miss you too. In the precipice house, Finn tells Steffy that Hope just walked over and planted one on him, he'd nothing to do with it at all. Steffy argues that he'd a lot to do with it. I told you about the Logans, I told you about Hope, and you didn't want to believe me. Finn was just trying to make peace between them. Steffy says that wasn't his place. Hope lost control. She's out of control, she's lost. Finn says he should have heeded, he was just trying to be a good friend to Hope. Steffy says he watched further about being her friend than esteeming her passions. I can't believe this. That's when you opened the door, Finn. Don't you realize that? He made Hope feel comfortable enough to discourteousness their marriage, and now she's put her lips on yours. Ugh. In the main office, Taylor tells Ridge she hears congratulations are in order for Brooke's bedroom and the fashion peak in Monte Carlo. She flashes to watching them. Ridge says it was a lot of work. Taylor's surprised he's not concentrated on couture. Ridge suppositions she's been talking to Steffy. Taylor asks about the changes he's made to the superintendent. Ridge has to be suitable to design, that's what he does. Is that okay with you, or Taylor thinks that's forfeiture, but rather of letting Steffy decide who would fill that part, you did it for her. He also refused to let her cut Hope for the future. Ridge demurs that he'll always do what's stylish for the company. Taylor snips, what about what's stylish for our son? I'm upset about Steffy. In the design office, Hope assures Brooke she wouldn't allow this to be again. Brooke asks if she's sure she'll be suitable to control these passions. Hope says she'll have to because Finn is veritably worried with her. She prayed him to move past it, but he's averring on telling Steffy. Brooke's jaw drops. At the precipice house, Steffy mutters that she should have known all along that Hope would make a play for him. She asks Finn, you must have had some idea she was into you? Finn no way anticipated her to kiss him. This was the last thing he wanted, a war. Steffy says he constantly wants the peace, but is making effects worse. First Sheila, now Hope. He has constantly devaluated and ignored her passions when it comes to them. He didn't hear to her. She groans, I can't do this right now. Finn asks, what are you saying? Steffy. In the main office, Taylor hopes she didn't come out too strong in questioning Ridge's opinions. He suggests she may have been, but he loves how defensive she's of the family. Ridge assures her Steffy will be fine. Taylor asks why he didn't let her weigh in on Brooke getting part of the administrative platoon. Ridge baffles, because they don't like each other. He's convinced they can come musketeers. As for hope for the future, it's not doing as well as they'd like, but pulling the draw is unseasonable. He asks if he's passed Taylor's test. She giggles that he did. Ridge thinks this is the only way to make effects work is if the Forresters and Logans work together. Else, how will it go for the kiddies? It has to start with Hope and Steffy. Taylor muses, I hope you're right, Ridge. In the design office, Brooke harangues that Steffy is going to be so angry over this kiss that she'll drive a wedge between the families again. Hope is sorry she didn't suppose about how it would affect her and Ridge. Brooke is just upset about her this is in character, and it all started when she kissed Thomas in Rome while wedded to Liam. She's twisting out of control. If she can't rein this in, it's going to hurt her. Hope cries that it scares her how reckless she's been. She'll do everything she can to get a handle on these feelings. I don't want to be that type of person. I don't want to be someone who goes after a wedded man, especially not Finn. I'm sorry Mama, I don't understand why I'm doing any of this. In the precipice house, Finn asks, what do you mean you can't do this presently? Steffy feels like she's the only bone. Who fights for them? Finn argues, I fight for you. Steffy says, no you don't. You fight for everyone differently. Anyone who indeed looks at him, he wants to be their superhero, indeed if it's at her expenditure. Finn denies it. Steffy asks, what about Sheila? Sheila shot me, she nearly killed me. The fact that you could indeed look at that woman again, the fact that you forgave her, that speaks volumes. She told him to stay down from Hope, but he wanted to have a fellowship with her. The study of him kissing another woman is bad enough, but Hope? He knows the reverse and fourth she went through with Liam. Finn declares that she's right. He hates seeing her like this, but he promised he'd no way keep anything from her. However, he'd have shut it down before it indeed started, if he'd allowed. Hope would have crossed that line. I would no way do anything to peril our marriage. I love you. You and the kiddies are my whole world. He was just trying to do the right thing and asks, will you forgive me? I'll no way let anything like this be again. She pulled down shortly to look at Bill, before leaning forward and kissing him. As Luna pulled down, Bill looked at her in shock. Luna, still, smiled slightly. Also her smile came commodity much different. Whatever the case, Hope will have a major showdown with Taylor at the office, so Brooke wouldn't be happy about that. Our B&B prognostications allude that Ridge will get tangled up in all the hostility, so he'll have a tough situation to navigate. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say the week of August 19th to 23rd will bring some surprises, so stay tuned for all the marvels and shakeups.